I think at this moment, I've got a really huge game idea. I don't need to waste time or overthink it. Or else I might forget it later. But what do I do now? Should I write the idea first? Start modeling? Hire devs? Or just create the place and start doing everything? Nah, screw it. What could go wrong? I'm so tired. But hey, at least I made good progress. I think. Okay. Let me think what's next. Let's see, I already did the art stuff, coding stuff. I think I'm missing the development, modeling, legal stuff, game mechanics, monetizing, characters, voice acting, composing, sound effects, particles effects, modules, main idea, lore, future of the game, developers, website. I don't know what to put here. Console compatibility, phone compatibility, optimization, playtesters, music, game budget, animations, plugins, game loop, multiplayer stuff, debugging, programming errors, ideas, sprites, programmers, game writing. What the hell did I write here? I don't remember writing this. Well, I had a lot of motivation, but I guess this is the 35th time I've made a prototype. What am I doing wrong? Why do I never finish my games? Maybe I should just delete this one. Or keep it a secret.
Don't you dare. Are you really going to throw all your work in the trash? Let me guess. Your game looks fine, but in your mind, it's a complete mess of ideas, right? You start making games because your brain says it without thinking about it. You need to plan it. And remember, game development can be long or slow, depending on the game, of course.
So what should I do then? How do I avoid this weird cycle of always abandoning my games and never finishing them?
Well, as someone who has 348 abandoned places, I can only say this: don't.
Alright, hurry up then. My attention span's too short.
Alright. Hey, welcome to this video. Yes, you, the viewer. You want to understand why you never finish your Roblox game. You probably have a ton of unfinished projects in your Roblox studio files, and you really want to make a project you can actually finish. Most of the time, this problem appears when you have development issues or you don't understand something about developing a game. And in some cases, you're just lazy. Yeah, it's painful to hear that. And sometimes it's because you have a negative mindset or you believe you can do everything by yourself. So, the point of this video is to learn an important concept called managing your ideas, and also to find proper solutions in each part of the video. So, enjoy this video. This seems a little obvious, but if you don't get it, it's okay. Managing your ideas is really important when you're creating a new project. You need to think about what you're supposed to do and not get lost in the process. Most of the time, if you don't organize your ideas, you'll get stressed or confused, and that leads to losing motivation. And you know what that means. You will 100% abandon your project. So you're probably wondering.
Then what do I do? How do I avoid being unorganized?
You need to use a visual work management tool, which can be a website or a program. Most people use Trello. I'll explain what it does and how you can use it.
Wait, you're making things more complicated. Why use a website to organize my ideas if I can just use my brain?
Actually, that's a valid point. But, you know, your brain forgets things, and using sticky notes and a notepad doesn't really help. Well, I'm going to show you how this website works. If it's your first time going to this website, just create a Trello account. You know the process, if you know how to use a computer. Your board will look like this, and we're going to change it a little, like changing the main title not to Hell, Probably something like Revolver Game, pretty neat. Now, at the top right corner, you'll see those 3 dots. We click there and look for labels. Here, it's your decision. Blue can be scripting, red modeling, purple idea, orange building, green animation. Or you can do it your own way. Now, let's go into our Revolver Game. As you can see, it's not really finished, and the revolver gear seems very, unfinished. So we'll write this in Trello. We'll create a card called Revolver Gear, which, obviously, is the revolver item. Here, if you want you can add a small description of what it does. But I guess you should already know. So what we need to do is click on the checklist button. We need to make a few checklist items to complete our gear, like finishing the bullet effect and the impact effect. We add those. And now we have tasks we need to complete either now or later. Oh, I almost forgot. You can use labels to know which skill you'll need. For obvious reason, this one will be scripting. There you go. You have a small task to do. But you probably have more to work on in your game. Right now, I got an idea for a mechanic, a sprinting system. So we repeat the same process. After making some changes, I added a few more things. I added the game description tab, which contains the game loop, something important when making the game. And I also added an enemy design, because, I'm not using my avatar. Before I finish talking about this part, you can move these cards depending on what you're doing. Now that you know how this website works, you may be asking, how does this actually help me? Pretty easy, your ideas are organized. Your brain knows what to do next, and if you ask me, it keeps me motivated. Seeing how your game is progressing is the key. It shows you that your game is actually worth it. Now you're free to do everything you want with your Trello board. You don't need to copy the same design or follow the exact same steps I did. Everyone has a different way of organizing their projects. This is another reason why many developers abandon their game. Let me tell you a small story. Before making this channel, I remember having a lot of unfinished places. Why? Well, because I lacked a lot of skills, especially scripting. I was a really good builder, I could make cool buildings. But I always struggled with scripting. I really wanted to make my game actually playable and not just a showcase. This problem is especially common for solo developers, like me. So a proper solution to fix this is just, I'm going to be very serious. Learn. Or just change your plans. You can self-teach yourself to acquire skills like scripting, building, animating, and all the other skills that are crucial for developing a game. The other thing you can do is change your game plans. Modify your ideas so they match your current skills instead of forcing yourself to create something that will be too difficult for you. Like for example, as you can see, I made this very simple shooting effect. I could make it even better, with a lot of VFX stuff or particles. But I didn't do it, because I would probably get frustrated and abandon this project. This is just using your brain. Or, if you have the enough resources, just hire people. But if I had to choose the best option, well, self-teaching is the best thing you can do. You can learn other fundamental skills that will be really important in the future. Yep, this is another common mistake developers make. Most developers, when they start planning their game, want everything to be as perfect as they imagined. And that's fine. But, if you keep trying to be too perfect, you're going to get frustrated and, of course, abandon your game. Someone who lacks scripting skills, but is a perfectionist, may spend hours staring at the screen trying to get the perfect code or the most optimized version. But why do that if you could be working on something else? I also talked about motivation in a previous video. And yeah, this also kills motivation.
That's wrong. An amazing game should be perfect. I even put effort into some clouds that nobody is ever going to see. Perfectionism is the key.
Well, how long have you been developing your game?
Oh, 7 years. But, look. This part looks incredible. Even if the process is slow.
We need to accept that our game, the first time, will be terrible. Have you looked at the early versions of your favorite Roblox games? This is what I meant. If you don't believe me, I'll make a small map for my game, and obviously, because we're living beings, it's going to look terrible. But as time goes by, you'll notice mistakes and start fixing them until you get a great result. So, if I had to summarize this, accept your early work, even if it's terrible. You don't want to get frustrated and spend hours for nothing. The goal is to keep your project alive. This happens many times. Basically, as you progress while making your game, you start getting a lot of ideas. Well, let's add 15 types of weapons. A lot of enemies. Maybe I should add a combat system. Or even better, a map system. Or why not? Both. You need to control your ideas. Don't add everything your brain comes up with. Ask yourself questions like, will this be difficult to implement? Does it fit my game? Will I have the time to do it? And of course, remember, Roblox is not a AAA platform. You're not going to make the next, I don't know, GTA 7. Roblox is basically an indie platform. For now. So most of the time, small games are what actually get finished. Remember your Trello board? If you made it, of course. If you're making a small game, your board should look like this. Clean and not full of to-do tasks. Your small brain will appreciate it. And if you're going to make a big game, don't do it alone. It's the worst thing you can do. You can't handle everything by yourself. You need, of course, a good team of developers. And not a lazy one. Talking about being lazy. Alright, I'll explain it. It's not really that you're lazy. Most developers wait for the perfect moment to work on their projects, like a burst of motivation or the perfect mood.
I'm not in the mood to work on my project. I'll do it tomorrow.
Are you going to work on your project?
Nah, tomorrow.
There are many ways to fix this, and I'm not going to sound like those philosopher YouTubers. Building a habit is a really good way. You stop depending on motivation. Habits like always opening your Roblox Studio project and doing something, even if it's small. Or having your Trello board open so you can see what things you need to do. Another thing you can do, something I always do, is reward yourself. Reward yourself after a hard-working session of development. Eat something tasty, watch your favorite series, or do nothing. You deserve it. So, to close this video, basically, you need to know how to manage your ideas. Don't jump straight into working on your game and expect everything to magically work. You actually need to think, are you ready? Are you sure? Can you really do it? And of course, mentally, you need to be, kinda fine. People tend to want everything to be perfect, but in this case, that's bad. This is supposed to be a hobby, unless you have a job. You need to enjoy the process, not hate it. I don't really know what else to say. I actually explained everything well. If you have something useful to add, don't forget to leave a comment with a good tip. You'll also be helping my channel by doing that. Thanks for watching this video, and see you the next time.